Guys, I went and done it again. I bought another tarantula. And I know some of my viewers right now, I can think of two or three off the top of my head, are thinking, but I thought you said you didn't want any more tarantulas, that you were done with tarantulas. Well, yes, uh, in a particular context, I am done getting tarantulas, as in I'm not getting any more slings, unless it's a T-cell Adonia, and then I'm getting one I can afford. But as of right now, I'm not getting any slings, and I feel like I'm kind of shifting gears from a hobbyist to a keeper. Now, some of you may say, what's the difference between a hobbyist and a keeper? Well, allow me to elaborate on that for uh, some of you who may not know. Some of you may be kind of new to the hobby or whatever. As a hobbyist, you start out and you're like, you know what? It'd be really cool to get a tarantula. It'd be really awesome to have a particular pet, like an odd pet or whatever. So you do your research. If you're smart, you do your research. You decide on a certain species, whether it be a green bottle blue or a curly hair, or maybe you're crazy and you just start out with an old world and you get an OBT. You think, what's the harm in one little tarantula? And then you get it, and you really find they're really interesting creatures, and in a year's time you may have bought 10, 15, 20 tarantulas, and they're all pet tarantulas, and every time you see a species that you don't have, you get a sling or two of those, and that would be a hobbyist. I'm at the point now where I am kind of done buying tarantulas. As far as like for pets or whatever, I am investing in tarantulas now. So I explained to Jonathan from Tennessee Tarantulas the other day that I was done getting slings, and if I bought any tarantulas, it would be mates for the females that I have. Well, like a dummy, I went on to one of my favorite vendors' websites the other day and noticed some females for sale for a price that I couldn't turn down. And so that brings us to where we are right now. I made a trip down to San Antonio, Texas, which was about 4 hours. So it was about 8 to 9 hours driving between stopping for fuel and everything. I didn't eat anything today. I just left this morning, drove down there, hung out with these guys, picked up this tea and another animal, and drove back. Stopped for fuel a couple of times. So here we are. Now that I've rambled long enough, let's get around to unveiling the female that I bought today. And as I take the lid off, I will explain who I got it from. Some of you may have heard me mention them before. I bought this beautiful girl right here from Nature's Exquisite Creatures. They account for, gosh, probably a third of my collection at this point. The first female tarantula I ever ended up with was a sling that I bought, and just by luck of the draw, turned out to be a female. But this is actually a confirmed female. Some of you are probably already going to recognize this beautiful girl. This is the Ceropagopus lividus, or lividum. I believe they were called the Haplopelma lividum for a while. The cobalt blue tarantula. Everybody pretty much knows them. I steered away from these guys for quite a while. They are gorgeous, but I steered away from them because of their notoriety for being nasty. They are old worlds. They have pretty potent venom. So I just kind of have steered away from them, at least until I got a little experience under my belt. I'm just under 3 years in the hobby now, so I figured I was probably ready for one. And honestly, I don't know how long I will keep her. Like I said, I'm investing in her. As of right now, she's not really like a pet. She's not got a permanent place in this home. Unless, of course, I decide to breed her or whatever, but she is a beautiful girl. Like I said, I've been wanting one of these for a while. And I'm a bit excited, but at the same time kind of apprehensive to do some interacting with her just because of, videos I've seen and their temperaments and all that kind of stuff. Really gorgeous species. I've wanted one for a while. And like I said, I looked on their website the other day and I saw that they had females for sale. They were listed as 3 to 4 inches. And I guarantee you, this girl right here, I guarantee you she's bigger than 4. Anyway, so I saw that they had them for sale on their site, and for, like I said, a price that I just couldn't turn down. I emailed Lily from Nature's Exquisite, and I said, hey, if I buy a tarantula that you have for sale online, would it be cool if I come and pick it up along with the red fang wandering spider. So let me back up just a second. I mentioned the red fang wandering spider. Well, I bought one from these guys, some of you may remember, from an expo a few months ago. Well, I had it for about 2 weeks and the darn thing died. Gosh, she's just so gorgeous. Really can't wait to see what her temperament's going to be like when I finally interact with her. Anyway, so the darn thing died a couple of weeks into me keeping it, and I emailed Lily and I was like, that red fang wandering spider died. And she's like, that's really weird. Of course, at that point, all sales were final. She couldn't offer me a replacement, but she said, we do have some more. And so I said, cool. Let me get my paycheck and I'll see about buying one at the end of the week. And then could I possibly come and pick it up? Because this was right about the time that the whole coronavirus scare got started and everybody was starting to get locked down. So there was no expos. Shipping was kind of up in the air about whether they would do that. So I was like, can I, come down and pick it up? And she's like, yeah, sure. Well, that never worked out. And then I emailed her the other day, like I said, and said, look, if I buy this tarantula that you have for sale, can I come down there and pick that and the red fang up? She said, certainly. So I drove down today and met up with Lily and Jerry at their lovely home in San Antonio, and they welcomed me into their house, and they welcomed me into their creatures room. She called it the spider room. There was more than just spiders in there. Jerry's got reptiles. He's got venomous reptiles, rattlesnakes, and things like that. They've got lizards and stuff like that, along with many, many tarantulas, true spiders. Let's see, scorpions, mantids, isopods. You name it, they've got it. It was a really cool time. I got to kind of walk around and look at stuff while I was talking to them. And she brought out, there was actually 7 tubs like this with a female Cobalt in them. I was under the impression that there was maybe 1. Well, it turned out she had 7. So she was cool enough to bring them on out, let me pick one. And naturally, of course, I picked the biggest one, which is this girl right here, which we'll have more video of her later. I just want to finish the story now. So I picked her out. She gave me the red fang wandering spider, and then I bet you we stood there and talked for at least an hour in the creature room before I finally said, listen, I got to get back. It's a 4-hour drive and that kind of thing. So it was kind of bittersweet that I had to leave, but they were really nice. Lily walked me to the door, and I thanked her, for everything. And I said, maybe from now on when I buy from you guys, I can come get it. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And then she said, before I left, she said, if there's anything that you need, just let us know. And I just really appreciated that. So if you guys are watching this, I really appreciate your hospitality and the professionalism. I've been dealing with you guys for the last couple of years, and you've been really great to me. So I appreciate it. For the rest of you, I am going to stop rambling because you're probably asleep by now. But if you're not, let's take one more good close look at this beautiful girl right here that I just picked up. Somebody throw some names suggestions in the comments down below. Speaking of that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you have not subscribed, why the hell not? Subscribe like everybody else. I hope that you really did enjoy this video. Thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I really hope that you all have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Peace out. God bless.